Good evening, I'm Jocelyn Schifferdecker.
And I'm Jessica Higgs. Welcome to UCentral News. Oklahoma City Police Department created a memorial for Sergeant Megan Burke. The OKCPD created the memorial at the Santa Fe Division on the south side of Oklahoma City, where Sergeant Burke worked. Burke was killed last week in a tragic car accident after a car flew off an overpass and struck her car.
And the UCO's women's soccer team remembered Sergeant Megan Burke at their home game against Nebraska Kearney this past weekend. At the beginning of the game, UCO women's soccer held a moment of silence for Sergeant Burke, who played on the UCO women's soccer team in 2012 as a goalkeeper. The women's soccer players wore bracelets with Sergeant Burke's number 0 in honor of the fallen Oklahoma City police officer.
OKCPD would like to thank the Oklahoma City community for its outpour of respect and support towards honoring Sergeant Megan Burke. The celebration of life for her will be held Thursday at 4 p.m. at the Southern Hills Baptist Church in Oklahoma City. And Jocelyn, today was actually pretty warm this afternoon.
It was a little warm, but there was a slight breeze. There's hope. We're officially in October. Leaves are starting to change colors. Amber, what's going to happen with the temperatures?
Can't make any promises that it will be staying this good at the moment, but we will be seeing a little bit of a cool down this week, and we'll be looking into that later on in the show. Now looking currently, it is 83 degrees outside, and it does feel like 85, so those warm temperatures are still there, and it's still going to be staying around for quite some time. We are going to be seeing some consistent temperatures throughout this week and some cooler nights, so if y'all are into those fall nights, this is the week to do whatever you like to do outside in the evening. And we'll be looking into next week's temperatures as well, as we will be seeing a little bit of a temperature difference, not too much of a difference, but a little bit right there. All right, so we're going to be looking at 82 up in Oklahoma City, Guymon 84, and Ardmore 84 as well. Pretty consistent temperatures throughout the state, but there is a little bit of a different variety throughout this week, and we'll be looking into that. Back to you.
Thanks, Amber. And as Hurricane Ian rampages throughout the Gulf, animal shelters are being severely impacted. The humane societies are making sure that cats and dogs can still get adopted. CNN's Ryan Arbogast is in Collier County, Florida, where planes are flying them out.
These cages represent the more than 400 animals that have had their lives saved by the Humane Society of Naples. Now they're being shipped all over the Northeast to find their forever home.
I mean, there isn't a question for us. This is what we do. And as soon as we were able to get out of our homes and back here, we staffed this shelter and our other one through the storm so that our animals who are here would be safe. But we were hearing just such devastating stories all over the area. So there wasn't even a question. I just said, let's do it.
All of these animals found at the Humane Society of Naples could have been victims of Hurricane Ian. The shelter mobilized and rescued more than 400 dogs and cats from at-risk disaster areas like Sarasota, Fort Myers, and Fort Myers Beach. We were on the runway when planes from the north shipped in some of the animals. Others from closer locations were trucked in. They will get treated here in Naples and are eventually moved up and on to shelters with more room, with more available families in the Northeast.
I shudder to think. Sam and others, a bunch of others came from Gulf Coast Humane Society, which was absolutely just catastrophic damage there in Fort Myers. We also went to all of our rural shelter partners, tons of flooding. A lot of those shelters are outdoor only, so those animals were outside during the storm, and we just scrambled to go get as many as we can and work with this incredible network in Florida of humane societies and throughout the country.
Those faces are so sweet. You can see the Humane Society is already stockpiling supplies, and they tell us they are expecting another huge wave as people clean out their homes and decide whether or not they can take care of their pets. They need supplies like wet and dry cat and dog food, paper towels, cat litter, bleach, and stamps. Visit FloridaHumaneSociety.org to see how you can help.
And as many as 80 Red Cross emergency response vehicles are headed out to deliver tens of thousands of meals and relief supplies. Emergency shelters are open as nearly 2,800 people sought refuge Sunday in more than 30 Red Cross and partner shelters across Florida. Trained Red Cross volunteers are helping families cope during this challenging time. They're also helping by replacing prescription medications, eyeglasses, or critical medical equipment like canes and wheelchairs.
President Biden held a press conference earlier this afternoon to announce that $60 million will be going to the United States territory of Puerto Rico to help with hurricane preparedness.
We have to do more. We have to ensure that when the next hurricane strikes, Puerto Rico is ready. Today, I'm announcing more than $60 million in funding to help coastal areas in Puerto Rico become better prepared for the storm.
This announcement comes after Hurricane Fiona rampaged through the island just last month. The money comes from the bipartisan infrastructure law that Congress passed last year. And as temperatures start to drop, is it time for a light jacket?
UCentral's Amber Poston has your weekly forecast when we return. Let me check if you're...
Feel the beat of nature at a park or forest near you. Find a forest and music inspired by nature at discovertheforest.org.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody, my name is Amber Poston. Today we are looking at our temperatures. It is currently 83 degrees outside. It feels like 85 right now. A little bit of a humidity out there. It is pretty toasty out there, so I think that humidity isn't really playing a huge part. It's just hot outside. Now we're looking at consistent temperatures throughout this week. We won't be seeing really much of a difference, but there is a little bit of a cooler front coming in later this week, but it will not be staying very long. And there are much cooler nights coming in this week as well. And we will, if you are really into fall and like to take your time and enjoy the fall weather, those temperatures this week will be great for that as well. Looking statewide, we are looking at our numbers right now. It is 82 up in Oklahoma City, 85 up in Enid, and Guymon is 84. It's a bunch of different temperatures throughout the state. So that's pretty interesting looking at what we're seeing right now. Now, tonight it is going to be 56 degrees outside, which is a pretty big jump from 85 to 56 as we are seeing today and for the rest of the week as well, and with a little bit of an 8-mile-per-hour wind, so not too breezy to say. And so it'll be 57 up in Oklahoma City, Tulsa 54, and Miami is 46 degrees. So y'all will be feeling a little bit chilly up there. So if you have a coat, that is a most definitely great time to be wearing it tonight. Now tomorrow, these temperatures are staying with us pretty good. These temperatures are not going anywhere. 84 up in Ardmore, 86 up in McAllister. Oklahoma City is also 84, and Guymon is 76. Enjoy that up there, Guymon. Now, looking at our temperatures today, if you took a step outside, it was 55 degrees outside. You did have a cooler breeze, and it felt quite nice outside, if you do say so yourself. Right now, it is 83, and tonight it will be 56 in the metro. Now, looking at our weekly forecast, we are seeing a bunch of 80s, but we are seeing that drop for just one single day, which is on Friday. We are seeing 72 degrees outside, so that is the closest it will be feeling like fall for a little bit. So if you are into sweaters, that is the day to be wearing it. And then those temperatures later that evening are looking pretty chilly out there. What do you guys think of these temperatures coming up?
Yeah, Amber, last night I went to Lake Hefner and sat out just by the water, did some homework, and I was fine, and then the sun started to go down, and I got chilly.
Yeah,
it was very chilly,
this morning.
Yeah.
I went on a walk this morning, and it was a little chilly before the sun came up.
Yeah, but I'm fine with it. I'm ready. It's October, so let's get getting gear.
That's 72. I'm so excited for it.
It's great. It's great.
Well, coming up, we have a brand new segment featuring Central Diversity with UCentral's own Jaden Ford. Stay tuned.
I was raised to believe in the power of possibility, to always move forward but never forget where I came from, to value hard work, ingenuity, and hospitality. On one hand, my people are rough and rugged. On the other, refined and elegant. They taught me how to love beautiful things and cherish my past, to seek out adventure, eat well, and to have a good time. So I keep their traditions alive every place I go. They call me Oklahoma City, but you can call me the modern frontier.
UCentral News as a whole, you got to be in those different areas, like being on camera, being off camera, being in the control room. And so I feel like that is what prepared me most about being in the workplace.
UCentral and the mass comm department has provided me all the tools and the fundamentals that are needed in order to thrive well and thrive fast at my job.
Maybe it's time to hit the road and visit a place where stories unfold. This is the land of the ultimate road trip, with sights old and new on Route 66. There's fun to be had, so much to do, and a few new surprises before you get through. Oklahoma has the most miles to share of Route 66. It's really quite rare. TravelOK.com will show you the way. Come see for yourself this iconic highway.
Here on Central Diversity, we will highlight a range of different social and ethnic backgrounds as well as different genders and sexual orientations on and around UCO's campus. Celebrations for Hispanic Heritage Month continued this past weekend as many people attended the annual festival in southwest Oklahoma City.
Fiesta de las Americas is an annual festival held at Calle 25 that has been occurring since 2006. The all-day event started off with a parade that included many floats from businesses, schools, and organizations. One of the organizations that participated in the parade included UCO's own Hispanic American Student Association.
Very exciting to be here at the moment. It's very joyful. I love to see many cultures of Hispanic Latinx cultures here. So it's a little nerve-wracking at first, but once you're here, you feel everyone's energy, and it's honestly so much fun.
The event also featured many local businesses and food trucks for people to shop and eat at. Dancers performed throughout the parade and into the night as they showcased traditional dances from their countries. From Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Isabel Contreras, UCentral News.
And thank you, Isabella. Actor and activist Sachin Littlefeather passed away at 75 years old. Littlefeather is known as the stand-in who declined Marlon Brando's 1973 Academy Award for The Godfather on his behalf in a protest against Hollywood's portrayal of Native Americans. Littlefeather died peacefully from breast cancer as she was surrounded by family and loved ones in California. Littlefeather's appearance at the 1973 Oscars would become one of the award show's most famous moments. Clad in buckskin dress and moccasins, Littlefeather took the stage when presenter Roger Moore read Brando's name as the winner for Best Actor. Speaking to the audience, Littlefeather cited Native American stereotypes in the film and the then ongoing weeks-long protest at the Wounded Knee in South Dakota as the reasons for Brando's absence. Back to you guys at the desk, Jessica.
Thank you so much, Jaden. Coming up after the break, UCentral's Brooke Niver will be talking about a big sweep the UCO volleyball team had this weekend.
And about a quarterback's injury that has been making headlines. Stay tuned.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but... Wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision... Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent...
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world. Told you she's super smart. If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit Travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brooke Niver with your sports update. The Central soccer team played Fort Hays State this weekend and finished with a draw. The Broncos are now 8-1-3 for this season. Midfielder Lauren Piper scored the only goal for the Broncos, allowing them to tie with the undefeated Tigers. Goalkeeper Caroline Faulkner played the entire 90 minutes and made 4 saves against the Tigers. The soccer team is back in action at the end of this week. The women's golf team is hosting the Grace Shin Invitational today and tomorrow at the Golf Club of Edmond. The Broncos have hosted 15 times within the past 16 years and have even won the tournament 5 times. The team is averaging a total score of 315.4 through 2 events. Jarasuda Kunarok has the team best scoring average with 77.7 after 2 events. UCO is looking to improve their play this week after finishing 16th and 6th in the past 2 tournaments this season. And the volleyball team swept Missouri Western this weekend, beating the Griffins 3-0. The Broncos' record is now 7-2. Players Jenna Karp and Mallory Cohen had 5 kills and 2 blocks each. Cohen also served up 3 aces. Jaden Evans led the back row defense with 16 digs. The sophomore has a total of 475 digs in her career at UCO. Central will be hosting Newman tomorrow, October 4th at 6 p.m. at the Hamilton Fieldhouse. UCO football beat Lincoln Saturday 45-3. Central now has a season record of 3-2. Once again, our offense was led by quarterback Stephon Brown. Brown went 14 for 20 in passes with 273 yards and had 3 touchdown passes, both of which are career highs for him. Defensively, Noah West and Chase Faber led the Broncos with 6 tackles each against the Blue Tigers. The Broncos will host the Riverhawks Thursday for the annual President's Cup at 7 p.m. The 2022 NFL season will be known as the year for early injuries. The most popular story that has been all over social media is about the Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Tua hit his head on the ground when he got sacked in Cincinnati. After the hit, his arm stiffened up and his fingers curled. Medics rushed to the field and carried him off on a stretcher. This injury has made a lot of attention due to a similar hit Tua took a few days earlier. In Week 3, Tua was shoved to the ground by a Buffalo Bills linebacker where he hit his head. Tua got up after the hit but could not seem to keep his balance. The Dolphins labeled it as a head injury, but later took that back and said it was either an ankle or back injury. He was released to play the end of the Week 3 game and as well play in this week's Week 4 game. Tua's hit in Cincinnati resulted in him getting tests which showed no damage to the neck and head area. Now he's been placed under concussion protocol and will have to pass a 5-step process before returning to the field. Week 4 for the NFL wraps up tonight with the Los Angeles Rams playing the San Francisco 49ers. The Rams are coming off a strong win from beating the Cardinals in Week 3. The 49ers are trying to take 7 games of the last 8 times they have seen the Rams. San Francisco offense is being led by Jimmy Garoppolo after Trey Lance suffered an ankle injury and is not playing. Kickoff is at 7:15 on ESPN. That's all I have for sports today. Make sure to keep up with Bronco Athletics on broncosports.com. Have a great rest of your day, and remember, roll Chose. I just want to have a quick shout for my mom. It is her birthday today, so happy birthday. I love you so much. I know you're watching. But when we return, Amber Poston describes the weather for this week's home game against our big rival, the Riverhawks. So stay tuned.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all. If I could go back, I would. But I can't.
You can achieve a lot using your imagination. I mean, I don't like to brag, but wait, who's that? And why is she all over these achievement awards? But with STEM, the sky's the limit. Shaboom! Use STEM to envision. Okay, I'm seeing it. Yeah. Invent.
Got any ideas?
I've got a few, actually. And create a better world.
Told you she's super smart.
If she can STEM, so can you. Find out more at She Can STEM.
In the land of wonder and awe, you won't believe you see what you saw. Where there's something to do for young and for old, where stories are written and then they're retold. Visit travelok.com today. Come see for yourself and come out to play.
Want to know where you can find Elle Woods, SpongeBob SquarePants, and the Headless Horseman all on the same block? It might be closer than you think. These can all be found in downtown Edmond near 2nd and Broadway. Local businesses participate in an annual scarecrow contest. They've each created their own unique scarecrow to represent their business in the contest, and these will be on display throughout October.
Those are so cute. It is definitely spooky season, Amber, but those temperatures are not what we're used to during October and Halloween time.
I'm gonna be honest, that SpongeBob one kind of scared me a little bit. I looked at that and I was like, what? Wait, what is that? So yeah, I love all that activity that we have going on down there. It's great to see that Edmond is doing some pretty cool things, but with these temperatures coming in as well, there'll be some pretty cool weather temperatures as well for doing activities like that. We're looking at We are looking at our temperature currently. It is 83 degrees and it feels like 85 right now. Now we're going to be looking statewide. Oklahoma City is 82 degrees. Ponca City, 86 degrees. 84 up in Tulsa and 84 up in Guymon and also 84 down in Ardmore. We're seeing a bunch of 84s, but there is a bunch of different kind of consistencies throughout the state of what we are looking at with these temperatures for today. Now tonight we are looking at our temperature that is 56 degrees outside. It is going to be feeling a lot cooler. So if you're into fall stuff and you want to go do some cute little fall things outside tonight, hey, this may be the day and this may be the time because this is a perfect day to do so. And so are the rest of the weeks in the evening if y'all are into those evening walks or anything outside later in the night. Now, going to be looking at our weekly forecast. 85 up today and 84 tomorrow, and then a bunch of different 85s throughout the week. But look at Friday. Let's take a second and take this number in. 72 degrees. It's going to feel absolutely beautiful outside. So if y'all are into sweater weather or anything, pumpkin spice, anything nice with that, that is the perfect day to get your fall on. But then we'll be jumping back to 82 that Saturday. So enjoy your Friday as well. And to my people that are into OU football games, enjoy your Saturday as it is OU Texas weekend as well. So those temperatures are going to be looking pretty good throughout the week. And now we are going to be looking at these temperatures later in the evening as well. 57, 59, and throughout some 60s. And we are seeing some pretty good 50s right here as well. Now tossing it back to Jessica for some information.
Thanks, Amber. We did just get some information at the Oklahoma County Commissioners. They did just approve a $10 million in ARPA funds to work on construction of a new county jail. Now, this is significant because there are significant deaths within the Oklahoma County Jail, as it seems we're getting reports of one almost every week. This is breaking information, so we will keep you posted as more information is released. And that is all the time we have today on UCentral. We will check back in with you tomorrow at 4:30.
Thanks for joining us and have a great night.